Hello, good evening, everyone. Yes, am I audible? Let me share the link with others. We'll start the class after 2 minutes. Fair? Good evening, Shibu. Good evening. Okay, let me share the link with others. Is that audible, Shibu? Okay, let me share the link with others as well. Yes, fair, Shibu, fair. Okay, so let's start the class. Everything is fair, visible, fair. Okay. Okay, any doubt from the previous lecture? Anyone? Any doubt from the previous lecture? Chalo. So as we were doing how to solve differential equations of the form. What was our target, my dear? Target was to solve d2y over dx square plus px dy over dx plus qx by equals to rx kind of differential equations, right? For solving such differential equations, we have studied two methods already. Number one is method of variation of parameters, and second is solution using the known integral or method by inspection, right? Today I'm gonna discuss the third method here. The method 3 is reducing 1 into normal form. And please focus on this method well because UPSC asks questions over this method. Okay? Yesterday also we have observed when UPSC asks questions, they specially mention कि by method of variation of parameter or by method of inspection like that. So you cannot think कि I can study only one method and can solve any differential equation. It won't work. So reducing 1 into normal form, what does here normal form means? Means removing first order derivative. Please this keyword ko you just remember. Today I'm gonna discuss the basics behind this method. Although it can take some 10 to 12 minutes extra, but I'm pretty sure that is required for ongoing pattern of UPSC optional. ठीक है? So जल्दी करेंगे थोड़ा सा, लेकिन फिर भी if you have any doubt, do let me know. Okay, see how we start. Please focus here. Let y equals to u into v be the complete solution of 1. Here u is so chosen. Please focus on here. Here u is so chosen that differential equation 1 is reduced in the form d2v over dx square plus some function of x into v equals some s as function of x. Good evening, Harish Kumar Singh. Good evening, Harish. So today, persons who are late in the class, for them I'm saying we want to solve this differential equation. We have already done two methods. There is a third method to solve. There are four methods. UPSC especially ask you to solve by particular method. So we need to do all those four methods. Okay, Harish? Chaliye. If you can observe here, there is no dv over dx, right? Means you have removed the first order derivative. So persons who were present in the previous lecture, there also you have taken u. ठीक है? Priyanka, what is the difference between that u and today's u? Here, u is so chosen that differential equation 1 is reduced into this form. Means the first order derivative is removed. Is that clear or not? Fair. Chale. Now, what is u then? Right? मतलब आपने बोल तो दिया कि ऐसे चूज करना है, बट वो है क्या? दैट वी वांट टू नो, राइट? चले, व्हाट वी सब्स्टिट्यूटेड? चले, लेट्स स्टार्ट. Since y equals to u into v, so if I ask you what is dy over dx here, u into dv over dx plus v into du over dx. What is d2y over dx square here? U into d2v over dx square plus v into d2u over dx square plus 2 du over dx into dv over dx. Yesterday I suggested you guys that these expressions will be frequently used and you will be in the habit of. Here either you differentiate आराम से, you will get this, right? चले. Now using all above three expressions in one. देखना how the process is so like easy. If I use these expressions in one, what we will have, my dear? d2y over dx square means right? Fair. Next step, p into, in short, let's write p. It is function of x that we will remember. P into dy over dx. What is dy over dx here? U into dv over dx plus v into du over dx. Sir, when ODE fully complete, chimpanzee, ODE will be completed by Monday. ODE का official part next Monday को it will be finished. Tuesday, Wednesday we will have Laplace transform, and Laplace transform is also part of this ODE. So you can say in the next week we will finish this. Chale. After that, we will do PYQs session for ODEs separately for two classes. Chale. Plus Q into UV equals R. Fair, my dear? Now focus here. देखिए प्रूफ से आप लोग क्यों डरते हैं. Proofs are not that much complicated actually. Fair. What I wish to have, my dear, please observe this expression and try to keep this expression in this format, right? Let's say d2v over dx square. Here it is u, right? I want dv over dx to be removed, right? So let's write dv over dx ke coefficient. This is the crucial step. So if I say dv over dx, what I'll be getting? 2 into du over dx plus p into u. dv over dx is managed. Fair. Now I would like to have an expression in the form some function into v. Okay my dear. राइट देखिए कितना आसान सा काम है. अब v के कोफिशिएंट्स देखो. v के लिए यहां पर क्या है, d2u ओवर dx स्क्वायर. राइट, दिस v इज मेनिस्ट. दिस इज p इंटू v. नहीं नहीं, v कहां गया. हाँ ठीक है, p इंटू du ओवर dx. राइट डियर फेलो, v और कहां पर है, प्लस q इंटू u. राइट. Is there anything left in the expression? Please cross verify. And our job is done. देखिएगा, what I want to have, I want to remove this derivative. Fair? So since we want to remove dv over dx, so we must have, what we must take, this coefficient to be 0. Don't take dv upon dx as 0. If you take this coefficient as 0, your job is done. Chale. So we must take 2 into du over dx plus p into u. प्लीज ख्याल देंगे इस चीज का. अच्छा, एक u को इधर भेज दीजिए. अभी दिस एक्सप्रेशन, एक सेकेंड बस, मैं इस u को यहां भेज दूंगा. इट विल बी मोर सिंप्लीफाइड. This will be in the form, because we need 1 coefficient of d2v as 1. So d2v over dx square plus p, u got cancelled, plus 2 upon u du over dx into dv over dx plus, अभी इधर में 1 upon u बाहर लिख सकते हैं, कोई इश्यू नहीं है. This will be d2u over dx square plus p du over dx plus u into v equals r upon u. Now, sir, we have to take 0. Yes, see, Shibu, good question. Please read this again. कोई जल्दबाजी नहीं है अपने को. जिसको जल्दबाजी होगा वो थोड़ा सो जाएगा, मैं बाद में जगा लूंगा. ठीक है, देखिए शिबू, वी से कि ये डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन इज रिड्यूस्ड इनटू नॉर्मल फॉर्म बाय यूजिंग दिस सब्स्टिट्यूशन. ठीक है, वेयर u इज सो चूजन. किसको चूज कर रहे हैं शिबू? वी आर चूजिंग u, not v. Where u is so chosen that first order derivative is gone. Okay, we have substituted this in the differential equation. We got this differential equation. Now I want to choose u. Shivu, baat bani? I want to choose u such that this term is removed from here. Am I clear or not, Shivu? Please say yes or no. Now let's choose u as p plus 2 upon u du over dx as 0. चलिए, so अभी क्या है, this is just simple differential equation. du 2 upon u plus p equals to 0. So this can be written as du over dx plus p by 2 into u equals to 0. What will be u from here? Tell me. u will be e raised to the power minus p by 2 dx. विश्वास दिलाइए. You have chosen u such that now if you take u का value, this means this derivative is gone, this whole term, and our job is done. Right? चलिए. So u तो अपने को मिल गया. Now we will remember this u. Fair? Okay. If u is this, let's say du over dx is what? Because now I want this. Please focus here. I. What is I? That I want to know. राइट, क्योंकि u तो पता चल गया, r is given, so s will be known. Now I am more interested in knowing what is I. Is that clear or not? Fair. So find du upon dx, अगर यहां से करेंगे तो ये मिल जाएगा माइनस का p/2u, right? From here we can write d2u over dx square. That goes to minus p/2 into du over dx minus u/2 into dp upon dx. Fair? Now the job is done. Use d2u upon dx square. Use du upon dx. Use u. कहां गया? Clear? So let's say this expression as the equation 3. Fair, my just have patience. You are getting like very good result now. Now, using 3, the expression, ध्यान दीजिएगा, d2u over dx square plus p into du over dx plus u. This will come out as, क्या मिलेगा ये मुझे, that we, अच्छा q कहां गया, q u है ये, right? Plus q u. This expression, if you observe by putting these 3 values here, मैं तो पिछले 15 साल से कर रहा हूं इसलिए मुझे पता है. And if you won't believe, then you put these 3 expressions in this, you will get this. And let's say this expression I call I. Fair? What is S? S equals R upon U. You can write R into e raised to the power p/2 dx, because u is what? E raised to the power minus, तो नीचे से ऊपर चला जाएगा प्लस. विश्वास दिलाइए, काम बना कि नहीं? What we have now, using u I s in 1, we get d2v over dx square. This becomes laddu, right? 0 plus I into v equals s. So this is nothing, where u is what? E raised to the power p/2 dx. I is what? Q minus 1 upon 2 dp over dx minus p square by 4. What is r? What is s? That is r upon u, or you can say r exponential p/2 dx. This is the normal method. What you did, you reduced this differential equation into the form d2v over dx square plus iv equals to s, where there is no derivative of first order. So this is called normal form of this. क्या बोलेंगे? 2 is called the normal form of 1. So my dear fellow, this is an exam point for you. Please note it down. I have done my job. आराम से, कोई डाउट होगा प्लीज डू लेट मी नो. These 3 expressions you have to remember. रट्टा मार जिंदाबाद. ठीक है? And please do let me know once it is noted. Is that noted? Please do. And persons who are new, they are suggested to have proper pen and copy there, okay? Because this is an offline lecture, 9 to 11:30. है ना? So you have to be part of disciplined learning. केवल लेक्चर सुनने के लिए आएंगे तो इधर काम नहीं चलेगा आपका. ओके शिबू, आई एम वेटिंग. प्लीज नोट डाउन आराम से. नो इश्यूज, नो इश्यूज, नो इश्यूज, नो इश्यूज, नो प्रॉब्लम. Is that done? Okay, शिबू, fair. चलो. Now let's have some questions to implement this. अच्छा, working rule लिख ले. Working rule is this. Fair. You can write this as a working rule, okay? Okay, Shundaram, fair. What you need to do? You need to find u, you need to find I, you need to find s. You will put that in here and we will solve this differential equation, right? Okay, let's have a question out of this. Let me take some question out of that. Okay. Fair. Just wait for 2 minutes, 1 minute just. Okay. Example is solve the differential equation. Solve the differential equation by double dash minus 2 10x into y dash plus 5 by equals to 0 by converting it into normal form. ठीक है dear? Let's say now I want to get a grip over my method. चलिए. This is a differential equation of the form. What is the first form? Comparing the given differential equation with by double dash. Please make sure the coefficient of double derivative is 1 plus p by dash plus qy equals to r. What we will have, my dear? Tell me. we have P as minus 210x, Q as 5, R as 0. So what is our next step? Finding U equals, U is what? Right? So we will use the value of P here. We will have 2 will be cancelled out. So persons who are doing first time integration, for that I am telling this. Cos x का differentiation is minus sin x, that is available there. शिबू सर क्वेश्चन में लिखा होगा कि सॉल्व बाय नॉर्म. यस शिबू, there are two types of questions in this UPSC. One is they randomly ask to solve. Okay, Shibu? Please note down on your paper these words. They will simply give this differential equation and they will say solve this differential equation. Now you will try to solve this by method of variation of parameter. You will find it is next to impossible to get by 1 and by 2 2 Li solution. Means method of variation of parameters is not easy to use. Now you will go for yesterday wala method. Okay Shibu? You will observe ना तो p plus q into x 0 हो रहा है, neither it is 1 plus p plus q equals to 0, means the inspection method is not working. Then you will end up with my third method. So these are two probabilities in the exam. Ki one is when they didn't ask, you have to rectify which method can work here by the convenience. Other type of questions, they themselves will mention ki solve by inspection method, solve by reducing normal form, solve by removing the first order derivative. Shibu, is that clear? Your answer? Chale. So this will become e raised to the power log of sec x, and ultimately this comes out as sec x. U mil gaya. Next is I. I was what? Q minus 1 upon 2 dp over dx minus p square by 4. What is Q, my dear? 5 minus 1 upon 2 dp over dx. So dp over dx 10x का differentiation sec square x, right? So and minus का p square by 4. When you do minus 1 by 4 into p square, what you will have? 4 10 square x, right? Chale. Now let's simplify this. This is 5, 2 got cancelled, plus sec square x, ध्यान से देखिएगा इस चीज को, minus 10 square x. sec square x minus 10 square x, बहुत आसान सा दिखेगा. काजल यादव, ओके सर, फेयर. चलिए, लेट्स मूव नाउ. फेयर. चलिए, आई मिल गया अपने को. व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट स्टेप? एस. एस इज व्हाट? आर इंटू ई रेस टू द पावर. प्लस का था या माइनस का? प्लीज रिप्लाई. राइट. व्हाट इज आर माय डियर? 0. सो 0 इंटू समथिंग इज 0. अब क्या? लेट्स यूज दिस. शो we have the differential equation in normal form as what? d2v over dx square plus iv equals to s. What is the I ka value you got, my dear? 6, and that goes to 0. Is that clear or not? Now I don't know how to solve, right? This is just बच्चा वाला अब अपने लिए है ना. Let's solve this. इज दैट गुड? अभी इसको सॉल्व करेंगे. व्हाट यू विल हैव? ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन. दैट विल बी m square plus 6 equals to 0. So m equals to plus minus square root of 6 iota, right? सिमिलर. इतना गंदा न्यूमेरिकल कैसे आ रहा है? व्हाट इज दैट? 6 फेयर नो इशू. ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज द CF? V will be, क्योंकि RHS is 0, so PI is 0. What will be V? C1 cos root 6x plus C2 sin root 6x. What V was not our variable. V तो हम उधार लेकर आए थे. Please note down this. We substitute V की जगह by upon U. Fair? So y upon u goes to c1 cos root 6x plus c2 sin root 6x. U is what? कहां गया u? Sec x. So that becomes sec x into c1 cos root 6x plus c2 sin root 6x. That is your answer. Note it down, please. So once you are very much clear about formulas, this optional becomes an easy tool for you. Otherwise, you people always cry. Please note down. कोई doubt होगा then do ask, please. Okay, Shivu. Easy इसलिए because we know the depth of that, right? नहीं तो अभी आपको बोलता कि इसको रट लो तो आपको ये इजी नहीं लगता. आपको लगता क्या रटवा दिया मास्टर ने, है ना? तो इसलिए आई ऑलवेज से पहले समझ लो फिर रट्टा मार जिंदाबाद, है ना? ओके हरीश. दोनों काम करना है. अपने को रैंचो नहीं बनना है. ठीक है. यूपीएससी दे डोंट नीड रैंचोस. पढ़ना समझना है, नंबर भी लाना है ना? Is it noted? Please do let me know if it is noted. Fair, Shibu. Chalo. So this was an example. Let's take one more example. Then we will take questions from our UPSC exam, right? And we will have a grip over this method. Let's write one more question, please. Example 2. And Shibu, what do you ask? And Sundaram, let's see how they ask. They can ask other questions. Okay, Harish. Okay. देखिए, one more thing. This they asked previously in some 1997. But we can have an idea कि UPSC may ask questions like this. देखिए how they asked. They said make the use of transformation. Make the use of transformation y of x equals some vx into sec x. Fair? To obtain the solution of by double dash minus 2 by dash 10x plus 5 by equals to 0. They also have given some conditions as well. ठीक है. चलिए शिबू, देखिए उन्होंने कहीं बोला नहीं नॉर्मल फॉर्म, है ना? चलिए. So my duty is to make you feel everything at one place. ठीक, चलिए. So if I want to just write the answer of this question, I can write just 2-3 minutes, not more than that. But as a teacher, I will make you feel how to prepare for those 2-3 minutes, right? चलिए. Compare given differential equation, and please be in the habit of writing every time this. Harish, yes, very good. Compare given differential equation as y double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r, right? So what is p here? Minus ka 2 10x. What is q here? 5. What is r here? 0. अब देखना यहां ध्यान से. Since मेथड ऑफ, प्लीज ध्यान से देखिए इस चीज को, मेथड ऑफ वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर्स इज टफ टू यूज हियर. क्यों? बाई 1 एंड बाई 2 2 Li सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ homogeneous part, homogeneous means RHS as 0, are not easy to find. क्योंकि मेथड ऑफ वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर्स, व्हाट वी वर डूइंग, वी वर जस्ट फाइंडिंग 2 Li सॉल्यूशंस विद द हेल्प ऑफ CF. बट हियर CF लिखने जाएंगे तो तुम्हारा बैंड बच जाएगा. इसका ऑक्सिलरी इक्वेशन लिखेंगे, निकालो रूट, 10x दे रखा है वहां पर. If you write auxiliary equation of this equation, it will not be easily solvable. Means finding 2 Li solutions becomes very tough for us. So we will not go by method of variation of parameter. Next, p plus q into x equals to 0. 1 plus p plus q is equal 1 minus p plus q equals to 0. Not easy, not looking perfect here. क्या p plus qx 0 हो रहा है? Not so. Means inspection method may not be a good tool here, right? So let's try it by normal form. Normal form से in the previous itself we solved the same question, right? So from previous, there u was not given, we found u and u got v as sec x, right? So what we got? The solution, tell me. Y of x equals sec x into c1 cos root 6x plus c2 sin root 6x. Don't think कि ये अपने को लिखना नहीं है, you have to write in the paper. बस अभी तो हमने रेफरेंस ले लिया क्योंकि अभी भी सॉल्व किया था, राइट? We have solved previously. Okay, fair. Now some conditions are given. What conditions are given? So use given conditions. क्या है? Y at 0 equals 0. So use this condition here. Y is 0, sec 0 1, c1 cos 0 1, sin 0 0. So what you got for this? 0 equals c1. So c1 का value you got as 0. Is it correct? If anything wrong, please do let me know. Other part is by dash. So since by dash is what? अच्छा, ये वाला एक्सप्रेशन आपको थोड़ा सा क्रिटिकल करेगा. sec x into minus c1 root 6x sin root 6x plus c2 root 6x. अच्छा, c1 तो 0 ही कर दो ना यहां पर, क्या दिक्कत है, इतना क्यों तमाशा करना. sec x into C2 sin रूट 6x, राइट? तो हमें क्या लिखना है? बाई डैश एक्स. सो फर्स्ट इंटू सेकेंड का डिफरेंशिएशन C2 रूट 6x कॉस रूट 6x प्लस sec x का डिफरेंशिएशन sec x tan x into C2 root 6x. Now what is the condition given to us? y dash at 0 क्या दे रखा है? root 6. So y dash at 0 root 6 means 0 equals sec 0 1 C2. अच्छा ये root 6 दे रखा. C2 cos 0 1 plus sec 0 1 tan 0 0. इसका बच गया बाजा. C2 equals. So what is the required solution? So required solution is y of x, c1 का वैल्यू यू गॉट 0, c2 का वैल्यू यू गॉट एज 1. प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. If any doubt, please cross verify and do let me know. Please note it down. Is that noted? सर बाई का लास्ट टर्म क्या लिखा है? दिस वाला बाई, दिस वाला बाई डैश. बाई डैश. ओके. I have differentiated my dear. अच्छा रूट 6x नहीं है, रूट 6 sin root x. I have differentiated this by applying first second. So first into second का differentiation is this, right? Plus second into first का differentiation. First is sec x, so that becomes sec x tan x, right? Shivu, is that clear? लास्ट में sin x लिखा है. sin root 6x. अच्छा वो दिख नहीं रहा है, क्या हुआ? This ना C2 root 6 कहाँ गया? अच्छा, okay, you are confused for this. Now I got it. Now I got it. Because other वाला term will be C2 sin root 6x. Okay, Shivu, fair. That is sec x. सुन लो अभी. Sec x C2 root 6 cos root 6x plus sec x tan x into C2 sin root 6x. Fair, fair, fair. Please note down. Who's Devansh Rajpura? What year? Devansh. Yes, Devansh. Your first lecture. So if it is your first lecture, you can talk to over my number 9971030052 after the class 11:30. Okay. And this lecture series is an offline lecture series which only needs disciplined learning. Okay. So it is very costly, not in terms of money, but in terms of discipline. Shibu. Fair, Shibu. Fair. Now let's take some question from recent UPSC exam. Let's see. जस्ट टू क्रॉस वेरीफाई कि हमने जो पढ़ा है वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा, राइट? थ्री. दैट क्वेश्चन इज 2019 फॉरेस्ट सर्विसेज. ठीक है. एंड पर्सन्स हु आर राइटिंग फॉर सीएसी, दे प्लीज डोंट थिंक कि फॉरेस्ट वाला आपके काम का नहीं है. दोज आर मोर काम का. ओके. बिकॉज फॉरेस्ट सर्विसेज एंड सीएसी, फॉरेस्ट में ऑप्शनल का लेवल इज बिट अपर साइड. ओके. So those questions are always expected in the next year or next to next year in the CSE. So we must do questions of forest services and civil services as well. Okay, Shibu, they just asked the question. Find the general solution of the differential equation x minus 2 into y double dash minus 4x minus 7 into y dash plus 4x minus 6 into y equals to 0. Please try this question. Everyone will try. Tried? Yes. Okay. Chalo. Let me solve it. ठीक है. Reducing. See, I am writing all steps which you need to follow. Harish. Divided by, then apply normal form. Very good. Very good, Harish. So what you need to do is you need to write every step in your UPSC exam. Otherwise, your marks will be deducted. Fair, my dear? So don't hesitate. Don't be a conjuice in writing words. Okay. Reducing given differential equation in the form by double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r, right? So what we will have, by double dash minus 4x minus 7 upon x minus 2 into y dash plus 4x minus 6 upon x minus 2 into y equals 0. So we have p as minus का 4x minus 7 divided by x minus 2, q as 4x minus 6 upon x minus 2. Fair, my dear? Now our job starts. देखिएगा, if I want to use method of variation of parameter, our life becomes hell, because finding two Li solutions are very tough, next to impossible. Now go for method of inspection. If I go for method of inspection, what I'll be finding is, अगर मैं p plus q into x करूंगा, into x करते ही this will turn out as second degree 2 का polynomial, the numerator, and this is degree 1 का polynomial, so there is no chance to be it as 0. Fair? If I do 1 plus p plus q, so can I do that? Because abhi tak I cannot deny. For that I must simplify p. Please focus on this procedure. If I write minus ka, this 4x minus 7, can I write it as 4x minus 8, 1 subtracted, 1 added? Please do follow such steps. You will feel the comfortable here. So this will become 4 times x minus 2, that gone, plus 1 upon x minus 2. Similarly, I should go for q as well. q is 4x minus का 6 plus का, ये ना, ठीक है. अभी what you do, you just write it as 8, right? 2 added, 2 subtracted, divided by x minus 2. So if you take 4 as common, this will come out as 4 plus 2 upon x minus 2. So what you have, my dear, that is as minus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 2. This is plus 4 plus 1 upon x minus 2. So why I had an intuition कि यार क्या पता, let's check, either it is 1 plus p plus q 0 हो जाए, तो I will use the inspection method. But here you can observe p plus q is becoming 0, but p plus q was not any form yesterday. What the forms we were had? Tell me. m minus 1 plus pmx plus qx square equals to 0. और उसके लिए था m square plus pm plus q equals to 0. Exponential and polynomial. So neither of the form can be satisfied here. So method of variation of parameters, method of inspection are not working here. Am I clear or not? Shudhakaran, Shundaram, everyone. For you guys, I have been consistently trying my best. You should feel the completeness, right? So let's try normal form method. Fair, my dear? Chale. So for normal form, what we will do? Tell me. अच्छा चलो उसका भी प्रोसेस सिखाते हैं आपको. Let y equals to u into v be the complete solution or general solution of given differential equation. Let's say this I call as 1 of 1, where u is so chosen that 1 is reduced into d2v over dx square plus iv equals to s. सर ये करके दिखाना होगा क्या? Harish, no, 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 not at all. You have to start from here itself. If it is clicked in your mind कि okay, normal form will work here, then you start from here. But I am giving you a process how to get that. Yeah, direct normal. Harish, you got my answer? If you are clear कि normal form is easy to solve here, you just start from here. Fair? For me, I am a child for you. Okay. I think like a child to make you feel ki how these methods work, how I used to work when I start studying these methods. Okay, Harish? Good. So you have to start from here, right? This is the mindset making. Today also I had lecture at Inside Sayesh, right? So there also I always talk about mindset making, है ना? चले. So here I is what? U is what? Let's choose. U equals e raised to the power minus 1 upon 2 या p by 2 dx, right? I is what? Q minus 1 upon 2 dp upon dx minus p square by 4. S is what? R into u. R upon u, sorry. So since R is 0, so this comes out as 0. U equals to e raised to the power minus p क्या है? कहाँ गया? माइनस माइनस प्लस हो जाएगा 4 प्लस 1/2 बाहर आ गया. Is that clear? सबको? So this will come out as e raised to the power 1 upon x minus 2. तो e raised power log of बन जाएगा. So x minus 2 बाहर आ जाएगा. अच्छा 1 upon 2 आएगा. That will, right? 1 मिनट आराम से कर देंगे इसको, कोई इश्यू नहीं है. e raised to the power 2 plus 1 upon 2 into integration of this, and this comes out as e raised to the power 2x into log of x minus 2. So that comes out as square root of x minus 2 into e raised to the power 2x. Please find this value now. Please tell me what is the value of this. Everyone, whoever attending the class, please tell me what is I. Is that? Chale. It will not be that much complicated. Q is what? 4x minus 6, and write it in easy format, right? क्योंकि qx को हमने easy form में भी लिखा हुआ है, right? कहाँ गया qx? 4 plus 1 upon x minus 2. Let's say do this. Q is 4 plus 1 upon x minus 2, right? Minus 1 upon 2 dp over dx. See, if you are working here, you will feel that like क्या करें यार, panic. Always make a simpler form. dp upon dx क्या हो जाएगा? 4 का 0 और minus 4 is 0, minus का plus 1 upon x minus 2 का whole square, right? So 1 upon x minus 2 का whole square, that is dp over dx minus p square by 4. P square means 1 by 4 into minus 4 minus 1 by x minus 2 का whole square. So when you simplify this expression, please be in the habit of doing such calculation. Otherwise, in the exam hall, I am telling you reality, When you fail to do such calculation, your confidence is gone. You say यार अपने से ये नहीं होगा तो कौन आईएएस बनेंगे, like that feeling comes in the exam hall. Okay. So आराम से work with this and do let me know what is I here. I will not proceed till you don't tell. Shibu, Harish, Priyanka, Dibyani, everyone. Ramanus, where are you? Shundaram, please tell me what is I here. Here it is x minus 2. Here it is x minus 2 ka whole square. Here it is x minus 2 ka whole square. So ultimately in the denominator you will have x minus 2 ka whole square. That I am pretty sure. ठीक है. उसके बाद here you will have 4 into x minus 2, right? 4 into x minus 2. Here you will have minus 1 upon 2. Here you will have minus 1 upon 4 into minus x minus 2 minus 1 का होल स्क्वायर. सर थोड़ा क्लियर और बड़ा लिखिए. आई थिंक शिबू चेक योर नेटवर्क. मैं आज तो बड़ा ही लिख रहा हूं. कहां पे दिक्कत आ रही है? प्लीज डू लेट मी नो. दिस इज minus 4. शिबू, इज इट क्लियर? पता नहीं, नेटवर्क इशू, नेटवर्क सब ओके है. बाकी लोग प्लीज, अदर पीपल प्लीज मेक कंफर्म, इज इट विजिबल और नॉट. हो सकता है कुछ नेटवर्क इशू भी रह सकता है. शिबू एक बार कंफर्म करो. फेयर, फेयर. चलिए. So this you will be getting as 1 upon 4 into x minus 2 का whole square. Please cross verify. This you will be getting as 1 by 4 into x minus 2 का whole square. सर एक डिजिटल बोर्ड ले लीजिए. अच्छा. ओके हरीश. आपके सजेशन को आई विल टेक केयर. अगले बैच से व्हेन आई विल टेक द फी ना, देन आई विल गो फॉर डिजिटल बोर्ड, है ना. चले. हरीश, जोक्स अपार्ट. ओके. पता नहीं कुछ नेटवर्क इशू हो सकता है, अदरवाइज ये वाला इशू आया नहीं कभी. ओके, आई मिल गया है. अब क्या है, सॉल्व कर दो. सो d2v ओवर dx स्क्वायर, आई इज व्हाट, 1 अपॉन 4 इंटू एक्स माइनस 2 का होल स्क्वायर इंटू v इक्वल्स टू 0. लेट्स सॉल्व इट. अभी क्या है, d2v ओवर dx स्क्वायर, दैट गोज टू माइनस 1 अपॉन 2 इंटू v. राइट. So d2v over v equals minus into dx square. 2 times you have to integrate, right? On integrating. So what you are gonna get? Again, it's a challenge for you. Every one of you, please try and do let me know what you are getting here. See, solving 100 questions is not a good thing. Doing 5 questions from in and out, that is a good way. Please do let me know. Integration. Where is Dibyani today? Huh? Chaliye. This you will have log v dv minus 1 upon 4 x minus 2 का होल स्क्वायर. सो माइनस 1 अपॉन 4 तो बाहर रहेगा, x माइनस 2 का इधर में आ जाएगा माइनस 1, सो दैट इज dx प्लस सम इंटीग्रेशन कांस्टेंट c1 on integrating again, right my dear? So what you will have, log v dv 1 upon 4 x minus 2 dx plus c1. Fair? Shibu, is it visible now? Log v into v. How you integrate this? Tell me. Take here 1 का integration v, log v का v, 1 का integration v, that got cancelled. Ultimately you got v here, right? That goes to 1 upon 4 log of x minus 2 plus c1x plus some integration constant c. Is that clear? But v was not our variable. So log of b की जगह अपने को रखना पड़ेगा by upon u. U is what? This is the required answer. किसी को कोई डाउट होगा, प्लीज डू लेट मी नो. Note it down, please. So please don't panic, don't lose your patience at the time of integrations. Be calm. Just don't forget to replace by your original variables. Please do let me know once it is noted. Is that done? Bit. Okay, Shibu. Okay, fair. दिख तो ठीक रहा है, पता नहीं फिर इशू क्यों आ रहा है आज. ओके शिबू, फेयर. चले. So I hope in the normal form method now you will have no problem. I tried my best to make this method as clear as possible. Now there are many questions. Acha, one more thing I will tell you. In the assignment, this normal form and independent variable ke questions are not there. The supplement assignment for singular solutions, these two methods will be provided in the Telegram group itself. है ना? So abhi what we do, we have to go for the last method of this topic, right? So as an experienced teacher, it is not good to start the topic. So we will take a break. ठीक है ना? 10 minutes का break. What's the time? Okay. So please don't leave the link. इसी वीडियो पर, इसी लिंक पर we will start again. Okay. So it's a break, and after break we will do the method, the last method very clearly, and we'll finish this topic as well. Okay. If you have any doubt regarding this course or how this series is going on, you can call me over my number. GS as well as optional, everything. चलिए. नहीं यार, 10-22 तो बोला था, 10-22 तो आया। चलो, okay. So let's move for the new method. Persons all are joined now. Okay. All are there? Please say yes or no. Please say yes or no, because I'm going to summarize this topic now. Okay, Shundram, fair. Chalo. Let's go for the method, fourth and last method, to solve y double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r by changing independent variable. What is independent variable? Let's say if I say कि here x to z. Fair. This is the job which we have already done. Where we have changed the independent variable, please do reply. Where we have changed, in what method? And I told that method also ki this change of independent variable we will study again. Please notice here, changing of independent variable already done. Anyone replied? Harish, x. X means what? In Cauchy-Euler differential equation. By substituting, क्या सब्स्टिट्यूशन किया था शिबू? बोलो, क्या सब्स्टिट्यूशन अप्लाई किया था हमने? शिबू, यस, Cauchy-Euler, very good. We applied x equals to e raised to the power z, that means z equals to log x. Fair? Then what we tried to do? We found dy over dx in the form of dy over dz. We found d2y over dx square in the form of dy over dz. How? We this got as dy over dz, and this you got as d2y over dz square minus dy over dz. Please, persons who attended this lecture, they are suggested to go through that how we changed this process, how we got these derivatives like this. Fair? If you correctly remember, I found dy over dx through the process dy over dz into dz over dx. Shibu, yes, fair, fair. We found d2y over dx square by using this method. Then I used this as d over dz, dy over dx that I applied from here, and dz over dx से इसको मैंने, right? So this is the process which we have already done in Cauchy-Euler differential equations. Fair? Now we come on this method. Okay? Now what they are suggesting, don't take z as log x, take z as some function of x. Please do notice, आज के बाद ये method कभी बचेगा नहीं आपको. Here we had taken specifically z as log x. Here in this method they suggest you take z as some function of x. Fair? Then find dz over dx and find d2z over dx square. ठीक है, using this process, ठीक है, then dy over dx, dy over dx can be written as dy over dz into dz over dx, right? So this dz over dx, let's say it is f dash x and it is f double dash x. So this will become f dash x into dy over dz. In the same manner, I can find d2y over dx square by following this process. Am I clear to you all? किसी को कोई डाउट होगा तो अपन बोलेंगे. So what the process I will have? d upon dz of dy over dx. dy over dx, what you found? F dash x into dy over dz, right? Into dz over dx. dz over dx is what? F dash x. Fair, my dear? Here I can apply first, second. This we have already done in the Cauchy-Euler's, right? Chaliye, no issue. This will come out as f double dash x, and x ka differentiation we have to multiply into second factor plus f dash x into d2y over dz square, and outside it is f dash x. Fair? Any issue? Chaliye, let's say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. लिखेगा using 2, 3, 4, 5 in 1. ध्यान से देखिएगा. As this process we have already done in very detail, so here I am just giving the glimpses, because end of the day we have to remember the method, right? We get a differential equation with the new independent variable z plus some factor into dy over dz plus q1 by equals to r1, where when you will put all these expressions here in this one, where p1 you will get as d2z over dx square, right? d2z over dx square plus p dz over dx divided by dz over dx ka whole square. Q you will get as q1 upon dz upon dx, q1 as, sorry, q upon, and r1 you people will get as fair. So what you need to remember is this. If you substitute some function z as this, the reduced differential equation will be looking like this. And let's say this is the 6. Now we will solve differential equation 6, which is easy to solve now. We will come to know. We'll take an example for that, right? Now I suggest you to follow this method again in spite of being stuck here. As in that class, I have taken much time there. So today I am telling you that by using such expressions, we are getting this. And please do remember P1, Q1, R1. गुड इवनिंग दिव्यानी. कहाँ गए थे? न्योता खाने, निमंत्रण खाने गए थे? कहाँ गए थे तुम? Is it done? Please note it down. So this is the method 4 and last method. बाहर थे. ओके बच्चे, कोई बात नहीं. लेक्चर पूरा कर लेना. This is the method 4. You have changed the independent variable from x to z. Your differential equation looks like this, where p1, q1, r1 are given by this, and now this differential equation will be in an easy format. Is that clear? Please note it down. Then we will take some examples. I'm feeling a bit relaxed because 4 methods we have done. नोट करेंगे सारे लोग. Is that noted? Okay, Shiv. So don't panic much about the method. Only focus here because the way we have already learned in the Cauchy-Euler, right? Let's take some example to substantiate this method. Okay, let's have an example now. Solve by double dash, sorry, solve sine square x into by double dash plus sin x cos x into y dash plus 4 by equals 0. Okay dear, let's say we have this question to solve. और कुछ दिया है? नहीं. Okay, let's learn the procedure. ठीक है. सबसे पहला काम, what is the first process? Reducing given differential equation in the form by double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to 0. Fair? Okay. So this will be reduced in by double dash plus sin x will be cancelled. So this will become cos x upon cot x plus 4 cosec square x by equals to 0. Give this differential equation as 1. So P is cot x, Q is 4 cosec square x. Is that clear or not? Chale. Next step is very crucial. How you choose that z? What? Choosing z. So please, वहां जहां आपने where you have written the method, please note down there. You take z as q. Sorry, dz over dx. I'm sorry. dz over dx का whole square as q. Please mark star here and do remember this. Here, the choosing the independent variable is very much restricted, and we choose that z through this equation. So please do remember this. You have to follow in every question. So this implies dz over dx ka whole square you will be getting as 4 cosec square x. This implies dz over dx equals to plus minus 2 cosec x. But take, यहां पर भी स्टार मार्क कर लेंगे, प्लीज मार्क स्टार हियर, but take positive sign here. So now the process is complete. Means how you have chosen z where dz over dx is 2 cosec x. Is that clear? So if it is 2 cosec x dz over dx ka whole square, then what is z? Tell me. Please focus on this procedure, otherwise you won't be able to get that z. प्लीज विश्वास दिलाइए यहां पर. Sibu, because if you observe the formula, there you have taken dz over dx ka whole square. Okay, so when you take this z, it may happen by positive, because to get real values only, not complex or imaginary. That is your one short answer, Sibu. Fair? Because if you take dz over dx ka whole square as negative, that imaginary part may come into the picture, but in this method they supposed to have only for real values. Fair, my dear? Okay, chaliye. Now, what is this z here? ये अभी तक किसी ने बताया नहीं मुझे. And for each of you is a homework integration. Okay. Chale. Once you know z, you have z dz over dx. So let's say this is the equation 2, this is 3. Fair. अभी अपने को और क्या चाहिए था? d2z over dx square भी तो चाहिए. So d2z over dx square 2 cosec x का डिफरेंशिएशन. What is the differentiation of cosec x? Minus 2 cot x cosec x. Fair? Okay, so q1 is given. अभी क्या काम हो गया आपका? यही तो वैल्यूज चाहिए. प्लीज फाइंड p1 q1 r1. Please find the value of p1. For what log of cos x? This you are talking, Harish? No, my dear. Please check it again. I am suggesting you, please do it again. 1 upon sin x का integration. चलिए, बाहर आएंगे इससे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, इज्जत वाली सवाल नहीं, इज्जत का कोई सवाल नहीं है, आराम से कीजिए, डू आराम से, ओके। एंड टुमारो लेट मी नो वेदर इट इज क्लियर और नॉट। फंसना नहीं है इधर, अपने को कोई अवार्ड नहीं मिल रहा है। So once you are done with dz over dx, z and d2z over dx square, now we will be moving for finding p1. P1 is what? D2z over dx square plus p into dz over dx upon dz over dx का whole square. So what is d2z over dx square? Minus 2 cot x cosec x minus 2 cot x cosec x plus what is p here, my dear? Cot x. What is dz over dx? 2 cosec x. राइट right? अभी इसका क्या ही मजाक करूं, 4 cosec square x. The values will be so easy, so simple. आपको सर याद कैसे हो जाता है इतना सब? दिव्यानी, if you remember the words for which I used in the first day, I said there are not ocean of information, okay? I feel the completeness. Fair? Because I have done it multiple times. Like you, like teacher, like a mentor, okay? तो मुझे पता है ना इंटीग्रेशंस में क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं. दैट इज वाई आई आस्क्ड, आई सेड कि आई विल प्रोवाइड यू फुल चार्ट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशंस, बट आई एम नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग दैट दिस टाइम बिकॉज वंस यू फील how integrations come into the picture, in what forms they come, and end of the day you will have my chart, formula chart, okay? सो इफ यू कीप ऑन सॉल्विंग क्वेश्चंस, आपके अंदर भी ये हैबिट आ जाएगी. आपके अंदर क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि आप उनको डिले करते रहते हो. जैसे ही इंटीग्रेशन आया, यू से यार ये तो हो जाएगा, ये तो हो जाएगा, पर आई डोंट डू इट. मैं उसको करके मानता हूं, इसलिए मेरी आदत में आ गया है. ठीक है, चले. व्हाट इज Q1? Q1 इज व्हाट? 1 अपॉन dz ओवर dx का होल स्क्वायर, राइट? सो 1 अपॉन dz ओवर dx का होल स्क्वायर इज व्हाट? 4 cosec स्क्वायर x, right my dear? What is r1? r1 is, अच्छा ये कहां गया, q कहां गया, q क्या था? q1 is q upon dz, q कहां गया? 4 cosec square x. तनाव बिल्कुल नहीं लेना है. This method will give you some very simpler forms. If you are not getting such simple forms, it means you have done something wrong. Okay, ये भी बात है. r1, r is what? 0, right? RHS. So 0 upon dz over dx का whole square is 0. So we have differential equation as d2y over dz square plus p1 into dy over dz plus q1 into y equals r1. कितना भयंकर इक्वेशन मिला है ना. So y equals plus minus iota, auxiliary equation, right? C1 cos z plus C2 sin z. But cos z is not our variable. Our variable is x. So please don't forget to replace C1 cos, ये क्या लिख दिया, z का वैल्यू 2 log 10x by 2 plus C2 sin 2 log 10x by 2. So this is how this method works. शिबू, बोलो कितना काम है? The step 1 is dz upon dx square equals to plus का q. Fair. Get dz over dx, z, d2z over dx square. Using these three things, find p1, q1, r1. Put that here. Solve this by the method for constant coefficients. That's it. Is that clear? Any doubt? Please note down. After this, we will move on some PYQs. Is that noted? Please do let me know if it is noted. Bit. Okay, Shibu. Fair. Fair. Sorry. Okay, Shivu. Fair. Chalo. Let's take some question. Right? Okay. This question they asked CSE 2000. Sorry. First I read the IFoS. Like 2015, they asked this question in the IFoS. They said solve x into d2y over dx square minus dy over dx minus 4x cube by equals 8x cube sin x square by changing the independent variable by changing the independent variable. Shundaram, they asked in the question itself what method you have to follow, right? This question they ask. Again, देखना 2017 CSE, they asked the question in what manner? Let's write. They asked solve the differential equation x d2y over dx square minus dy over dx minus 4x cube by equals 8x cube sin x square. I guess the message will be clear. Means they can ask by giving the method, or they can ask. They can repeat the question of forest services in CSE or vis-a-vis. Okay. Please try this question. Everyone will try, please. Right? That is the first job is to do. So the differential equation will be looking like d2y over dx square minus 1 upon x into dy over dx minus 4x cube by x into y equals 8x cube sin x square divided by x. Right, my dear? So now this is in that format. So P is what? Minus 1 upon x. Q is what, my dear? 4x square. Here, अब क्या करेंगे? Let's choose new independent variable z. How? dz over dx का whole square as q excluding the negative sign. Is that clear or not? अगर थोड़ा सा भी डाउट होगा देन राइट लाइक दिस. खत्म बात. तनाव ही नहीं अपने को लेना है. ठीक है. सो dz over dx is what? 2x, right? So z is what? X square by 2. 2 got cancelled. d2z over dx square is what? 2. Job is done now. What extra needs to be done? अभी क्या करेंगे? p1 equals d2z over dx square plus p into dz over dx divided by dz over dx का whole square. What is d2z over 2 plus what is p का value, my dear? Minus 1 upon x. What is dz upon dx? 2x divided by dz upon dx का whole square, 4x square. Please tell me what is that value. Similarly, we can find q upon dz over dx का whole square. What is q here? कहाँ गया? Minus 4x square. What is dz upon dx का whole square? Is it? यही है ना? 4x square ये है. dz upon dx. q तो लेंगे. What is r1? r is what? 8x square sin square x divided by dz over dx का whole square. So that comes out as 2 sin x square. Right, my dear? So differential equation is d2y over dz square plus p1. p1 का वैल्यू क्या मिल गया था आपको? This x got cancelled. तमाशा, right? Plus 0 into dy over dz. q का वैल्यू क्या मिल गया था? q1 का minus 1 into y. r1 का वैल्यू is what? 2 sin x square. So ultimately we have d2y over dz square minus y equals 2 sin x square. Fair, my dear? Please solve this differential equation because now it comes on finding CF and PI, and that I have taught you very well. Please find PI. Z क्या मिला था? X square. Please find PI of that. अच्छा, आपने लिखा नहीं था क्या? नोट भी कर लेंगे इसको. Please note down properly and do let me know what is pi of sin x square. One upon d square minus 1 of any function of x, right? Either you apply that method, or please note down this. I will just give a hint here. Rest you have to finish the lecture, okay? To find pi, so pi will be 1 upon d square minus 1 of sin x square, that you can write imaginary part of, okay? You can write imaginary part of e raised to the power iota x square. अब क्या हो ही गया, अब क्या मेरा शकल देख रहे हैं आप? राइट? तो मजाक में कुछ नहीं लेना है. एंड दिस इज हाउ यूपीएससी आस्क क्वेश्चंस. इज दैट क्लियर? इज दैट नोटेड? इसके बाद में आप फिल इन द ब्लैंक इसको कर लेना, बिकॉज आई हैव डन मल्टीपल टाइम्स सच कैलकुलेशंस, ओके? एंड मैनी पीपल विल स्ट्रगल हियर ऑल्सो. अभी क्या करना है, डू लेट मी नो, ओके? विल इट वर्क और नॉट? ठीक है, दैट इज योर होमवर्क, गृह कार्य. टुमारो, टुमारो मीन्स मंडे. डू लेट मी नो व्हाट इज दैट, ओके? शिबू, इज इट नोटेड? यहां तक तो नोट कर लीजिए. एंड दैट इज योर होमवर्क. प्लीज शेयर इन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप योर आंसर्स. आई विल चेक whether it is gonna work or f of x wala method, the last method for finding pi will work. Please do let me know. Okay, Shibu, noted. Fair. Okay, so this was the stuff which was required to solve the differential equations of the form by double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r. What are those four methods we have learned here? UPSC asked directly questions over this. Number first, I told you method of variation of parameters. For that, I told you please apply that method only when it is set to apply, or it is easy to find two linearly independent solution of the homogeneous part. Means finding CF is easy, then only method of variation of parameters will be easy to apply. यहां तक कोई डाउट? Method of variation of parameters is used to find a particular integral if you know 2Li solutions. So finding A and B also I gave you the derivation. If you have any confusion, do revise that lecture. ठीक है? Then we moved on the inspection wala by using the known integral. I told you like different examples and told you how to verify p plus qx equals to 0, 1 plus p plus q equals to 0 and all. So solution using some inspection method, how the examples are done, we have done that in the previous lecture. Today we have done two methods. Number one is reducing the differential equation into the normal form. Normal form means what? Reducing the differential equation by double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r into the form d2y over dx square plus I into b equals to s, where I is given by q minus 1 upon 2 dp upon dx minus p square by 4, and s is nothing but r upon u, where u is given by exponential of integration minus p by 2 dx. You have to remember these three expressions. d2v over dx square plus iv equals to s will be some easier differential equation to solve. How they ask? By giving the name or indirectly. That method also we discussed in detail. The last method is by changing the independent variable. What the logic behind this method works, that we learned in Cauchy-Euler also. You want to change the given independent variable x into some new independent variable z. How you will choose that z? dz upon dx ka whole square equals to q. Make sure dz upon dx we take in the positive sign because we need real values. The differential equation will be reduced in the form d2y over dz square plus p1 dy over dz plus q1 by equals to r1, where p1 is what? d2z over dx square plus p into dz over dx divided by dz over dx ka whole square. q1 is q upon dz upon dx ka whole square. r1 is r upon dz upon dx ka whole square. These are the four methods to solve such differential equations. Is that clear? Any doubt till here? And don't leave the lecture because I am gonna revise the lecture today. Revise everything from the class 1 to last. Any doubt in today's lecture? And today I will tell you how to retain the things in mathematics optional. Okay. And this is the process which we will follow in every topic. So, yes, Shibu, we need to remember these expressions, whichever I told you. ठीक है? और टफ नहीं है यार, मेरे फेस पर देखो ना. I is given by q minus 1 upon 2 dp upon dx minus p square by 4. ठीक है. p1 is given by d2z over dx square plus p dz over dx divided by dz over dx का whole square. q1 and r1 are easy to remember. q upon dz upon dx का whole square, r upon dz upon dx का whole square. All three segments has denominator as dz over dx का whole square. याद हो जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक है. So please be on the board. I'm gonna revise the lecture from day 1 to till. What I did is I took an introductory lecture. ठीक है. I told you basic definitions here. Basic definitions are what? What is dependent variable? What is independent variable? What is the degree of a differential equation? What is the relation between arbitrary constant and the order of the differential equation? Right? Linear differential equation, homogeneous differential equation, non-homogeneous differential equation, the basic definitions we did in the first lecture. So beauty of online classes is that if you don't remember, you can go through those again, but I will suggest you try to recall the things by yourself. Right? For degree, let's say. Degree is what? To tell the degree of a differential equation, the differential equation must be radical free. Right? So if someone asks what is the degree of then what you can say, the degree of this differential equation is 3 or 4, that I don't know. I have to make derivatives as radical free. But here, if I make this derivative as d2y over dx square ka whole cube as cos inverse of log x square. So this differential equation is radical free now. Means derivatives are not functions of logarithmic, exponential, trigonometric and all. Now you can tell what is the power, maximum power of the maximum order derivative, and that is the degree. Suppose that in the same example, if I had written e raised to the power cos d2y over dx square ka whole cube equals x square plus dy over dx. So when I will change this exponential here, this derivative will come as a function of log. So here we will say degree not defined or degree as 0 or minus infinity. Fair? The words for degree not defined. So in the lecture 1 I talked about these basic things ki dear students, it is must for us to remember all these basic definitions, otherwise you will feel the like critical things here in this. When I moved for lecture next, I talked with you that we have to do in the differential equation as two segments. Number first is first order differential equation, the other is higher order differential equation. Right? To solve first order differential equation, we further classify these differential equation as first order and degree 1. If you are not interested in revision, आप जाके सो सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. But today I will flash a message for you कि how to enjoy this maths. First order degree 1, first order not of degree 1, right? So when I talk about this chapter, here we learned different methods. How? Variable separable, right? Homogeneous differential equations. What were the differential equations in the homogeneous form? If those can be put in the function of y by x. So your substitution y equals to vx works here. Then we moved for the exact differential equations. What are exact differential equation? I told you in that lecture that there is a big difference between definition and condition of exactness. I told you that dever m over dever y plus dever n over dever x equals to, those are equal, then that is the condition for exactness. But definition for exactness is that a differential equation m dx plus n dy equals to 0 is said to be exact if there exists some function u equals to c or u of x by equals to c such that the total differentiation of this gives the differential equation this. In that manner I told you to find if the differential equation is not in exact form, you can find integrating factors. For integrating factors we had four different rules. Number first was homogeneous, other was function of x into y into y dx plus function of x into y x dy equals to 0. In case of homogeneous, 1 upon mx plus ny works as an integrating factor. Here 1 upon mx minus ny works as an integrating factor. For rule 3 and 4, what I suggest, please have the expression this. Then think about ki I have to divide by m or n. Then choose ki whether that is a function of x variable only or y variable. Then integrating factor will be e raised to the power that function ka integration. Right? Apart from that, I told you one general definition ki any factor x raised to the power alpha into b raised to the power beta is an integrating factor of this. Then on multiplying this factor into this differential equation, this should become exact. And exactness ka necessary condition is dever m over dever y, means dever m over dever y of this, dever over dever x of this into this, that should be equal. I talked about more examples here, right? After this third method, we moved on the differential equations of the form, right? There I told you why the integrating factor is e raised to the power px. That was just one step configuration कि we have managed the expression as, right, integrating factor into dx. I tried to make you feel ki why this question they asked in CSE 22 mains, because the reason is very simple ki you people ignore basic definitions. So I tried to inculcate the definition concepts in the lectures while solving problem, right? So for this chapter we had these methods. After that we moved on this chapter. I told you to be very precautious over this chapter because every year they ask questions. You need to solve, practice questions solvable for p, solvable for y, solvable for x. When you write the differential equation solvable for p, how you write the general solution, that is the crucial part. Here how you say equation 1 and equation 2 gives the required solution in terms of parameter p, I focused over that. After this we learnt about the Clairaut's form. In the Clairaut's form, I told you guys that there are some special substitutions. For that, you may key, let's say there is a substitution y square equals to py by x into x square plus some function of py x. Here the substitution will work as x square equals to u, y square equals to v. Suppose that you have e like that wala, what it was, by into e raised to power by minus ax, right? E raised to the power exponential वाला form क्या था? Can you repeat that? A minus bp, right, into some function of p into e raised to power by minus ax. So that these two standard substitutions I suggested to remember, where the substitution e raised to the power ax equals to u and e raised to the power by will work. Apart from that, I intentionally solved different questions in that lecture to make you feel how those substitutions can work. Well, like I told you to prepare a list of all those substitutions, and please try to recall those over multiple times so that you have a feeling to reduce a given differential equation into Clairaut form, what are the possible choices for me. So in the exam hall every year they ask questions over that, and if you forget, if you don't remember those substitutions, your life will be hell. I am very much straightforward over that. So I suggested do remember these two standard format. Apart from these all substitutions का आपको एक idea होना चाहिए. You should have an idea that x square equals to u or x equals to a plus b by what substitution can work for different differential equations. So I suggested you to prepare chart for those 7 to 8 substitutions. Right? After this we studied about singular solutions. Right? I was more worried about the definitions here. What I told you, कि the general solution is a solution which contain that many arbitrary constants as the order of the differential equation. Particular solution comes from the general solution by giving some particular values to arbitrary constant. Singular solution is a special kind of solution which is not a general solution, not the particular solution. So how it will come out? We studied envelope there, right? We studied P discriminant and C discriminant. There I told you if that is quadratic in C, then putting the B square minus 4AC as 0, you can get the expression. Checking which factor will satisfy the differential equation, that will become a singular solution, right? So apart from these two chapters, then I moved for orthogonal trajectories, because in between of that I did orthogonal trajectories. In case of orthogonal trajectories, what I told you to remember is कि okay, remembering the formula, replacing dy over dx by minus का 1 upon dy over dx, that is fair, but I suggest you to write any arbitrary or any oblique trajectory like pi by 4 trajectory or any trajectory. Fair? I emphasized over the polar form कि replace r d theta by over dr by minus का 1 upon r d theta by dr. So whenever you find differential equation for the given family of curve, please try to have the expression in the format r d theta over dr. Right? After that, we moved for differential equations of higher order. Here I told you we have two segments. What are those two segments? With constant coefficient, with variable coefficients. Here I told you why the CF is always looking like C1 e raised power mx or cos mx, cos beta x, sin beta x. I told you I also solved some multiple questions, beautiful question, कि writing the CF or by looking the CF, writing the differential equation. Let's say I gave you example कि if by 1 equals to cos x minus sin x and by 2 equals to 2 cos x plus sin x are solutions of some d2y over dx square plus p dy over dx plus qy equals to 0, then what is the possible value of p modulus of p plus q, something at that some point, right? So finding CF and PI is here. I am not going abhi Wronskian wale mein, I will go in that. In case of particular integral, I suggested you to remember all those formulas, but last case for general f of x, I suggested you ki how to use your partial fractions. So finding CF and PI is here. With variable coefficient, one is the Cauchy-Euler and other is the by double dash plus py dash plus qy equals to r. Cauchy-Euler mein you need to remember x ka power is that much as the order of the derivative, right? And you substitute x equals to e raised to the power z, right? कॉशी यूलर के डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन के बाद इसका टारगेट क्या था? व्हाट वाज द टारगेट फॉर दिस मेथड? रिड्यूसिंग फ्रॉम वेरिएबल कोएफिशिएंट टू कांस्टेंट कोएफिशिएंट. हियर इन दिस मेथड वी हैव स्टडीड फोर मेथड्स जिनके बारे में तो आज वी हैव टॉक्ड, राइट? मेथड ऑफ वेरिएशन ऑफ पैरामीटर्स एंड ऑल. हायर ऑर्डर के अंदर आई एडेड वन सेगमेंट. व्हाट इज दैट सेगमेंट? That segment was mainly based on Wronskian linear combination of solutions, right? Abel's formula, all these things I talked about. Ki if by 1 by 2 by n are linear are solutions of Ly equals to 0, then their linear combination will again be a solution, right? In case of non-homogeneous Ly equals to f of x, I told you the c1 by 1 plus c2 by 2 plus dot dot cn by n will again be a solution if sum of the coefficients c1, c2, cn is 1. Although that is not directly asked for you, but sometimes they may hit this concept. So I told you Wronskian ka concept beautifully we have used in finding second Li solution if one is given. Yesterday only, right? Abel's formula we have used beautifully. So these are some glimpses जो हमने पिछले इन दिनों में पढ़ा है. Whatever we have studied from the lecture 1 till today, I have revised that. Now you may feel the intensity of lecture. चलो, any doubt? दिव्यानी, अभी फेयर इंटीग्रेशंस कैसे याद रहते हैं मुझे? याद कुछ नहीं रहता है, तो कॉन्सेप्चुअल पार्ट आई फील सो मच. ओके, चलो, अभी किसी का डाउट होगा तो बोलिए, नहीं तो एवरीवन प्लीज फॉलो दिस प्रोसीजर फॉर योर मैथ्स ऑप्शनल. वट एवर यू स्टडी, कीप रिवाइजिंग, कीप रिवाइजिंग, कीप रिवाइजिंग. फेयर? कोई जरूरी नहीं है मैं नोट्स लेकर आऊं, कुछ पढ़ाऊं आपको. मुझे क्वेश्चंस के अलावा नोट्स में कुछ नहीं देखना होता है. द थिंग इज आई एम वेरी मच इंडल्ज इनटू द प्रोसेस, बी इट जीएस, बी इट एसए, बी इट ऑप्शनल. मैं बोस्ट नहीं कर रहा हूं खुद को, बस आपको कॉन्फिडेंस दे रहा हूं कि दिस इज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, एंजॉय दिस. एनीवन, एनी डाउट? थक गया यार, अब मुंह दर्द कर गया मेरा. चलो, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. फेयर? एनी डाउट किसी का? इफ यू हैव डाउट यू कैन कॉल मी 997110300052. 12 बजे तक मैं जगह रहूंगा, ठीक है? ओके, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. नो डाउट. ओके, गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट एवरीवन. चलो, गुड नाइट. गुड नाइट. ओके सुंदरम, गुड नाइट.